back to Real Estate Greco-Roman Style with Sam Giuliano, Royal LePage Elite Realty, and
John Tukatlidis, also with Royal LePage Elite Realty.
well, obviously I'm the Roman part and John is the Greco part. So thank you all for joining us today once again. We hope you enjoyed our last episode where we talked about the GTA real estate market and how it really is a seller's market. As a result, today we decided to talk about how as buyers can you navigate a seller's market, and especially a seller's market that's this hot. What are some of the pitfalls to avoid as a buyer? And what are some of the opportunities as a buyer that are out there that can maybe, just maybe in this crazy real estate market, get you a deal? So I'm going to pass it off to John right now, where he's going to talk about some of the opportunities that might be out there for a buyer.
Thank you very much, Sam. As you mentioned, it is very much a seller's market right now, and it can be very discouraging, very frustrating for buyers out there that have a set budget and they're going from property to property and losing out in these bidding wars that seem like they're happening everywhere, all around the GTA. There's an attractive price, there's an offer date set, and you go in with your best and you're up against 10, 20, 30, in one recent case, 41 offers. And so when you're involved in this sort of situation where you find yourself running from one place to another, it's really like you're jumping for the bait. And what you want to do is you want to avoid that and look instead for an opportunity. What is an opportunity? Well, I would say a seller mistake is an opportunity for a buyer. And a seller mistake might be not setting up an attractive price at an offer date, but rather putting the price too high. Another opportunity might be seeing a seller that has a tenanted property, and rather than, let's say, wait for the property to be vacant or persuade the tenant to vacate. Sometimes financial persuasion is one way to do it. Persuade them to vacate so that you can sell it while it's vacant, set it up nicely, clean it, stage it. Not doing those things, we think, or I think, is a mistake. So that's an opportunity for a buyer. So if you see a tenanted property, it's probably going to sell for less than it would if it were not tenanted. Now you're taking on a little bit of an element of risk. That tenant might still be there when you're closing, but you are likely going to save significant funds on that purchase. Oftentimes sellers want to save money and they're using a discount brokerage, or they're trying to sell it themselves. This is an opportunity for a buyer. Those homes, again, typically will sell for less than they would if they were set up in a way where you get your MLS listing, you get your agent that's going to set up an offer date, that's going to present the property the way it should be presented to get the maximum exposure and the maximum amount of offers. So again, those are opportunities for buyers, and looking for those, sort of taking out all of the other properties that are out of your reach and really focusing, zeroing in on those properties that aren't sort of following the rules or trying to do things a different way, and often mistakenly. Those are opportunities for buyers, and that's what we do. Is we try to help buyers to navigate through this market and find those opportunities. Sometimes it means driving around neighborhoods and seeing where there's a for sale by owner sign, or using a filter so that you're looking for specific types of brokerages that are selling and not following these rules. Those are often opportunities that we can help you find. And but buyers, before you do that, before you look for these opportunities, you want to avoid certain pitfalls. And Sam, I believe that's what you're going to help us with, is what kind of pitfalls to avoid so that these buyers are going to be able to approach these opportunities at the right time and to maximize on that opportunity.
Thanks, Johnny. You know what? That's some great information in there. I'm just going to, as one of the pitfalls I'm going to talk about, it kind of branches off to what you were discussing there. And one of the things I always tell my clients is don't chase properties. What does that mean? Well, when you're chasing a property, I mean, John talked about listing agents putting prices on homes that are attractive. What does attractive mean? Well, they underprice that home. And what they're trying to do as a strategy is trying to get as many offers on that offer night to help drive up the price. So they'll price that property well below market value. Sometimes as buyers, when you're looking on your realtor.ca app or whatever other apps you're looking at properties that are currently on the market, what a lot of our buyers will come to us and say, oh, I want to look at this property. And we have no problem showing you the property. But one of the things John and I will tell our clients is, look, this is the situation here, is this property is probably going to go for a lot higher than what's listed. And it'll probably go well above what the bank has approved you for and what your budget is. The reason why we say don't chase those properties is because from a psychological perspective, when you've lost 6, 7, 8, 9 of these bidding wars that you really never stood a chance to get because it was never in your budget, that does have a negative effect on you as a buyer. And you start making rash decisions on homes, on offers 10, 11, and 12 that might not be in your best interest. So that's something John and I will help you navigate towards and kind of tell you, like, listen, probably not the best idea to go in on this one. So number one is try not to chase properties in this frothy, crazy GTA real estate market. The second thing I like to talk about is not being ready. What does not being ready mean? Well, you're buying a house. It's a crazy market. Please make sure you've got your pre-approval from your bank or your mortgage broker. Not only that, if you're interested in a property and the offer date's going to be in 3, 4, 5 days, start talking to your mortgage broker, start talking to your bank about the property you're planning to list. John and I have no problems giving you comps to help your bank start the process so they can give you a little more assurance on, are you going to get approved or not? So if you do have to waive your financing condition in this market, you feel a little more better doing it. Home inspections. If you can get a home inspection done before, John and I can help you plan for that. If you want to get it done, if you really like a house, we can talk to the listing agent, see if we can get in there for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to take a look at the property. Is it always possible? No, but John and I have some pretty good negotiating skills that usually we can get. We can get someone in there for you so you can have that home inspection happen. But again, trying to get all these ducks in a row so you're ready for that offer night. So when you put in that offer and you do get that home finally, you can sleep well at night. Another thing about being ready is having your deposit check ready for offer night. Is it a deal breaker? No, but it can be a deal maker. What does that mean? Well, I'm not going to guarantee you're going to get a property, just because you have a deposit check ready, but having that deposit check ready for that amount that they're looking for a deposit, it definitely helps the seller and that listing agent feel more comfortable choosing your offer over someone else's who does not have that deposit check ready. So those are a couple of, I don't know if you want to call them pitfalls or things just to be ready for in a real estate market such as this. John, anything else you want to add on top of that?
Just related to what you're saying, that a lot of what we're talking about is specific to the low-rise home type. We're talking about detached homes, semi-detached homes, townhomes. But the condo market is really very much a different marketplace, especially today, and especially in the downtown core. So when you're going into an offer and being prepared, the status certificate, if you can get that status certificate reviewed before you go in, that's definitely a big bonus. The fewer conditions you have on your offer in a multiple offer situation, where there are a lot of offers, the more attractive your offer is going to be.
Service. So thank you all again for joining us. We look forward to our next session or our next episode, which I believe is going to be navigating the seller's market as a seller. I'm Sam, the Italian.
I'm John, the Greek.
Have a good one, everyone. Thanks. And we look forward to seeing you again.